company serving your football team. Buses run every 10 minutes. Avoid the traffic. Don't get stuck in the delay. Get Ipswich buses today. Ipswich buses, proud to partner with Talk in Town. Hello again, my friends, and you are my friends, and welcome to your full-time Fans React show. We're going to go for about 20-25 minutes this evening. So if you are wanting to get involved, please do click the link once it's posted in the chat, or get involved via the live chat box. I'll try and go through as many comments as I can. Over 1,000 normally watch our full-time Fans React. So if you're one of those wonderful people this week, I'd like you to do one of two, if not both things. First of all, hit that like button. We need more of you to smash the like button for us. And if you do get value from what we do, please do consider supporting us through Ko-Fi. If you're already a YouTube or 2T Fifth Dan member, I salute you, I thank you, and I appreciate you, because you're the only reason why I'm here discussing another shower of... I'll let you fill the blank in. But honestly, no, thank you. Well, and truly, I'll bring back my colleagues in just a momento. I will get through some comments first and foremost. EJ Norris, one of our YouTube members, same old Ipswich, can never kill off games. Now we pay the price. Safety Guy 20. Results like this show we deserve our current position. Mid-table in the third tier. Not good enough. No excuses. And EJ backs that up by saying 100% not good enough. Gee, these results are just making it easier for the gaffer to sift out the wheat from the chaff. Not changing my mind. Looking for at least 6 to 7 new faces for next season's campaign. McSaucepan, I think I can just replay the stream from any of the last 5 games. Same old town, not ending a game. Absolutely. Welcome in, Duncan. I hope you're well. I thought that was a sewn up as a double. Mike D. Hi, everyone. Just back from the day in Arsenal. Just back from a day in an Arsenal box. Was a great game. Even met a Hollywood star. Didn't know Rich was at the Arsenal game as well. Chris Boyd. A draw at the bottom of the league tells us a lot about where we are. Shite. As a dead rubber, why were half the team even on the pitch? What was the point? Welcome back, Rich. 1-1 with Crewe. We can add it to our collection of trophies this year to sit alongside Fleetwood, Morecambe, MK, AFC, and the rest. What did you make of that one?
I fell asleep during the first half.
Did you? I thought you were a bit quiet on us.
Yeah, I dozed off. I woke up when the commentator was saying, "Oh, Chaplin's made it 1-0." I thought, "Oh, blimey!"
Back to Lambert days.
End of season feel. I don't know. But look, let's not go overboard. You know, we know where we are as a football club. We know what we got to do in the summer, Martin. It was just going through the motions today, wasn't it? Really.
It was going through the motions, yeah. Is it as G says in the chat, opportunity for the manager to again see the wheat from the chaff? Because I do happen to think when Brenner's saying it doesn't matter, the results doesn't matter. As in the points won't affect anything, but it does matter. It's habits, it's culture, but just as important as anything, it's feeling and momentum. And suddenly, after a real positive our year campaign, everyone's going, we're laying foundations, we're looking great. Suddenly again, you're going to get a couple of these bad results and fans are going to go, only natural.
One victory in 8, isn't it, Martin? I think now
1 victory in 8.
So the momentum that we had, we've lost. There was too many poor players on the pitch today for us, wasn't there? We're probably going to go through, and no one really stood out and said, right, like the players like you Joe Pigott, got an opportunity, didn't show again. I don't want to be too unkind to him, Martin, but the fisherman probably will be.
Well, he said, "Can we sack Pigott?" Is what he said in the chat.
I thought he was poor.
Yeah,
I thought Chaplin was probably our best player.
Busy
and
players today.
That's not saying a lot, because I don't think anyone gets more than a 7 on that pitch today. 6s and 7s, and
we'll go through the results.
It was just the end of season feel, and you think just get the season finished, because we're still 2 points off last season's total. And
That's not good.
Yeah, and for all the momentum and all the positive stuff that there is, and it's not all negative. We can't just sit here and say it's all rubbish. But Kieran's got a lot of hard work to do in the summer to make this team. Yeah. I'd say to make this team a top 6 team. I know everyone's saying about winning the league, you're signing a striker and you're just going to win the league, Martin. Football's not as simple as that. Me and you know that, and everyone in the chat knows that. You know, you don't just sign someone and all of a sudden we turn into a top 2 team. It's going to take a lot of bloody hard work on the training ground, getting the correct signings in, because we are a mid-table, 3rd-tier team. We can't get away from the fact that's where we are, you know.
Yeah.
And
no, agree. Firmly agree.
3 seasons where we failed to even touch the top 6, have we really? You know, you're looking at games there today. You got Sheffield Wednesday playing Wickham, big game. Wigan were playing Plymouth. We're playing Crewe in a meaningless game at the end of the season. And anybody who went to Crewe today, look, I'd take me hat off and I'll salute you, because to sit there and watch that, it was piss poor. And
we're 20 points away from MK Dons. That's not margins. That's a great big distance that we're going to have to cover, because they're currently in 3rd position. So to go to win the league, as many are claiming, going to have to make up 20 or more points if you go off this year's.
Well, I think you're going to get to win the league. What are Wigan on at the minute? Are they on 88 points?
86,
I think
89.
So look, there you go. So that's the levels that we need to get to next season. It's been too many draws these last few weeks.
Far too many. Far too many.
And when you don't kill teams off, we only score 1 goal. We had chances there today. You know, we had chances to get a second goal, but we didn't take them.
But so did Crewe.
Yeah.
You can look at that the other way and say we could have lost that game today.
Yeah, true.
You know, and that's not what you should be saying against a team that's already relegated and being the whipping.
But you do see games like this just at the end of the season. Yeah, there's nothing to play for.
Oh, you do, yeah.
I'm not saying they're not motivated, them players, but it is hard to get in that sort of. They've got one eye on their holidays, Martin. Let's be fair.
I see no motivation issue. I see quality issue, and it shines through in the wrong areas. James B, the amount of points we've pissed away from winning positions is unreal. Max Pritchford, our record against the bottom 12 teams has been abysmal. For me, it's a combination of misplaced arrogance and complacency. Chris Burton, these players have got to seriously up their game next year. Not good enough at all. Josh Russell, Piggott can go now. Simply not good enough. I don't want us to put it all on Joe Piggott's score.
About the arrogance. What was the one about the arrogance?
Max Pitchford, our record against the bottom 12 teams has been abysmal. For me, it's a combination of misplaced arrogance and complacency.
A lot of that, it's not just the players, it's the fans as well, Martin. Because we're as a fan base, you know we are. Look, Colin will say, these teams are tin pot. I've said these teams are tin pot. Everyone needs to realise that maybe we are what we are at the minute, and we're not as good as what we think. We haven't got the best squad that some people have said, you know. And it's like today, it was a little bit disappointing. I suppose it was only 1 goal. He's named the youngsters on the bench, and they don't even get a run out. You're bringing on Macaulay Bond for 4 minutes at the end, Martin, which I find a little bit strange. It was just flat. Look, it was flat watching it, and it is what it is.
Yeah, but I don't mind them not coming on. I'm not interested in projects. I'm 32. I've had enough years at Ipswich Town FC sitting in mid-table. I want to see foundation. I want to see foundations being
on the
laid.
pre-match before I come on about playing youngsters next week and getting people in the ground and getting excited.
I was asking, would you? Would you?
I wouldn't probably. I'll play whoever you're keeping next season. I know Thompson probably has to play because you've probably not got another left. Well, you probably got one in the academy, but
I think you need to be leaving games, and I'll bring Coxon in a second. You need to be leaving games with more answers than you entered instead of more questions. At the moment, every full time for me, I'm getting more questions about this squad and club moving forward than I am answers. Again, I'm now not sure again today. Is Backinson going to be the answer next year? Is Sam Morsey the answer? Again, he's got himself into a couple of quality positions in the box-to-box role. Don't get me wrong. He's going to be in midfield either way, but is he that Tommy Miller-esque goal scorer for us? You either got it or you haven't. I think he could be, but I don't want to live in the world's rich of could be. Honestly,
I don't think he's a natural. He's not a
VAR.
natural, is he? He's not a natural goal scorer.
No,
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said, and I didn't agree with Amy when Amy said it doesn't matter if midfielders score. Well, it does. It
absolutely
obviously
does. Yeah.
midfield score goals. If you're a central midfielder there and you're getting in the box, you've got to be scoring goals. And like you say, he did have a couple of. He got in a good shooting position second half, sort of scuffed it to the goalkeeper. But I'd love Lee to come on. 2 weeks ago, Lee, you were telling me, hand on heart, that we had the best squad in the league, the best bench in the league. But week on week, we fail to beat these teams. Your Shrewsburys, your Crews, your Cambridges. So how can that be right?
I think Morsey is probably better suited to maybe at this point of his career to the other role, where he's able to get into the box from a deep position, but is more in tune of pass recycling, keeping the ball, winning the ball. I love Sam Morsey. He's our best midfielder by a country mile. Is he enough to get you into that top 6 as that goal scoring threat? Because he got one shot away out of 3 deadly positions, was it, in the end today?
Yeah, and that didn't really test the goalie, did it? Really.
I love him to pieces. My captain sets the culture, sets the tone. It's about getting them in the right position. I'm playing to their strengths, not their weaknesses. Coxie, welcome in. How did you see it today?
No different to you, gentlemen. Really, it was just the same old, same old. It was Shrewsbury again. A goal from outside the area. We're not killing teams off, and I hope Lee Anderson comes on because I want to ask the question. Well, he's got to stand by what he said. He said, "Have we got the best squad?" Well, clearly not. And if we had the best squad, we would be up there with Wigan and MK Dons and up there with them, but we haven't.
Yeah.
I know. For argument's sake, you can have a team of internationals. Doesn't mean they can play together, but bloody hell, it's okay. It is what it is. It is, call it what you like, a dead rubber. But we want to see our team win, and 1,000 people have travelled to Crewe today, and they're thinking, bloody hell, why'd they bother?
James Reed says we are 2 good forwards away from a top 6 team. I think we need more than that, James. We need a left wing back. We need another centre midfielder. We need better set pieces today. Again, first set piece we had, Martin. What happened? Hit the first man from Chaplin.
Well, set pieces, absolutely garbage.
How did you see Chaplin's performance, Coxie, behind the strikers? Because I'll go along with what James has said there a little bit, in the sense of I would be really intrigued to see Chaplin behind 2 strikers of pace, because Chaplin is a really intelligent player that can play a through ball on a dime, and with a bit of pace. Not the strikers you played with today. I think you could be an interesting proposition going forward for sure.
Yeah, interesting comment. Yeah, why not? Give it a go. He's but he can get goals himself. He's now one off being joint top scorer with Bon, I believe. And as he gets a couple next week, he's got the golden boot for this season. I know it's only be 12, 13 goals, but why not play him against a decent front 2? If we are going to, he tried 2 up front today. Probably didn't have the players to do that. To Piggott, he's obviously finished with us, bless him. It never worked out, but put him just behind the front 2.
How did you see him today, Rich? Because I know you've called for him to be a striker, Connor Chaplin, but I really quite enjoyed seeing him behind the 2 and how busy and I thought one of his best games of the season. I'd go that far.
I thought he played well. I'd still like to see him further forward. Look where he scores his goals. He's in the penalty area. That's where I want to see him. He's got 11 goals, though, Martin. When you look at where he's played, he hasn't played as a striker all season, and he has scored 11 goals. And the Fisherman, he'd got him on his list to get rid of. And I think we can't get. Yeah, he got him on his 14. And there was a lot of players on there I agreed with that Mike said could go, but Connor Chaplin in this division, I think he will get your goals wherever you play him, Martin. I think it's just finding that position where you fit him in. He could play just behind. He could play as one of your 2. Could he play as a striker on his own? I don't know about that. I'm not sure. Not really seen it. But the strikers today, both of them were poor again. Norwood, chances, not clinical enough. And just they're all going to go, probably apart from Caden Jackson. We've said it before. And let's see we bring in, and it has to be better next season. It has to be better, Martin. And I think Kieran McKenna, he will know that. He's had... Oh, Chappers has changed your mind, Mike. Flip-flopped. I don't know. It's just we sit here, Martin. We can't keep going over and over the same things every week because it's a little bit boring, isn't it? Because
it's Groundhog Day.
It is Groundhog Day, and it's another
Welcome
one of
to
them
Town Football Club.
That's it. It's just Town Football Club. Groundhog Day.
It's another one of them seasons where it's petered out, and we're sitting here with 2 games to go. And I know Colin, bless him, was saying that we can win the last 7. We might as well have packed up then because we all knew that we weren't going to get in the playoffs, and we were just sort of hanging on in there, weren't we?
We were.
It's the hope what kills you.
Let's get a few comments. Andrew Lords, hats off to Crewe. Fantastic goal by them. Shame we couldn't get the winning goal. When we take the pressure off the opposition, we normally concede. Good setup now behind the scenes, but not on the pitch. Graham Tate, embarrassing. Are you sure about this squad? The midfield is the problem. I don't think 2 in central midfield is great. I hope he goes 4-3-3 next year. Morsey with 2 other driving forward. Neil, we need 4 to 5 new players, but no more. I've got us needing 4 players. 4 players. EJ Norris. I thought we had the best squad at the beginning of the season, but definitely having no chance. I've got Lee Anderson coming up just a second. If you want to follow Lee's wonderful lead, Cox's wonderful lead, hit the link, get involved, have your say. We're live for another 10 minutes on this full-time fans reaction show. We would go longer, but it would have been my dad's birthday today, so I'm going to go out with my mum for a cheeky little fish and chips. Stephen Parry, it'll be an option, but the left needs sorting to give us more options. Rabbitman 39. If we can change squad to match too much, back to square one next season. Mike D, keep the faith, fellas. A full preseason with the manager and his own players will hopefully make a difference. But I'm starting to get a little bit tired of that comment. His own players, because that would suggest he's going to make 11 wholesale changes, which he's really not. I say 4 players. If you know, which isn't the world.
That's starting players. You want 4 players.
A left back, a midfield, a left back, a goal scoring midfield player, and 2 strikers. That's it. You? Because a whole new squad always strikes me as 11 players, and that's just not happening. There's enough here to work with.
Oh yeah. But then
11
you need, like I said, and like we said earlier, you do need that replacement for your Burns in your squad. You do need that replacement for your Morsey. You know, 4 starting players, Martin. He's probably going to need 7 or 8 if, when you look at the whole squad overall. I thought Kane Vincent Young done all right today.
Yeah, I thought great little backup.
Considering how long he's been out,
yeah. I thought he done okay. He obviously had the assist for the goal. Run out of steam probably second half because he's not played any football. But he's an interesting one next season going forward, because is he going to be content, Martin, playing a bit part? Because he's probably going to be a bit part player, is he? Is he the option you can play on the left-hand side, left wing back? I don't think so. But
George Nunn, a goalkeeper, as in probably a backup. Left. I wasn't doing the backups. I was just doing the main players. Left wing back, centre midfielder, attacking midfield if Selena goes, centre forward. 6 to 8 players won't happen because 6 to 8 players is what Mike wants. I'm just counting first team players.
I'm not saying it won't happen 6 to 8 players. I think you're probably right there, Martin, with 4 starters, but you are going to need other people to fill out the squad because, like we say, we're supposed to have the best squad in the league, but you're going to get injuries, you're going to get suspensions. So we need them players, Coxie, coming in when you got your Mortys out, your Burns is coming out. There's not the drop-off that we've had this season when Morty's not playing and Burns is not playing.
Yeah, there's been every time they've been out for whatever reason, suspension or injury. You just see it's just missing to that. And Burns was missed today. And they said the fair comment that KVY did do well today. He set the goal up, and Connor Chapman took it well. You know, he started it in first time, but yeah, he ran out of match fitness. He ran out of pace there today.
There is a balance, though, isn't there? You've got to remember when building a squad, get too many players in the door summer-wise, they expect to be starters. They expect to have a fair opportunity to start. They don't then start. You know, you've got to be careful when building. It's not like fantasy football where you can just say, right, I need 14 players. Let's go and find the best 14. You know,
that's what it was last summer. It was.
Yeah.
And when you look back now, Martin, and we'll one Sunday we'll do a review of the season and the signings. It was probably never going to work when you sign that amount of players. You know, you're throwing enough shit at the wall and hoping some stick. And obviously they have. but not all of them have.
Well, this is what Trevor Amos says. He says Ashton and McKenna recruitment has to be spot on. It's crucial. Thompson and Backerson don't inspire me. But you say we threw dung at the wall. Some of it didn't stick. Lee Anderson says best squad in League One. Lee.
Oh, you keep holding me to this, don't you? The best depth. Well, you've got the best
I don't.
Depth.
These guys
Technically play. You can't have right in terms of player wise individually. If you haven't got the best squad in League One, you won't have the top when you for keeping the ball. Okay, in possession, we've got the best stats. Yes, I know we've got to do more with the ball, but you can't have the best technical players if you can't keep the ball. So we keep the ball, so we've got best players. What we do with them is a different matter. You can have the best players, but it doesn't mean you're going to win a game. If that happens, then teams like Man City, Liverpool would never ever lose a game, would they? I mean, I know they don't lose many, but football's not like that. It's just not like that. And you know, I think today, I mean, look at Baggett. Sorry, not Baggett. Piggott. Piggott today, I thought he linked the play quite well, but in the final third, he's just, as Matthew said, he's just not gotten a run of games, has he? And we've got a guy who sat there who scored 20 odd goals last season. How many clubs have got that in their armoury? I know he's not performed, but how many clubs have got that sitting on the bench in League One? None. The answer is none. Is absolutely none. Now, is that down to, you know, he's lost his form, okay? Who says he's not going to be different next year? Look at Will Keane. Will Keane is a prime example. He was absolutely on fire against us midweek, okay? He scored 2 great goals. He couldn't hit a barn door at 2 yards for us. And all of a sudden, he's probably now one of the best strikers in League One. It's just about timing sometimes. And, you know, your level of ability is there. It's always there. It's just whether or not you have that consistency and you're in form at that particular time. Unfortunately, we've had too many players that haven't been in form. And that's, that doesn't mean...
Like Stephen Parry says there, our biggest issue is the forwards, and we're still making excuses for them. They're shit, Lee. They've scored 22 goals between the 4 of them this season. 22 goals, and you're still defending them, and you'll still say... No, I'm not defending them. Let me say, you will still say you'd keep all 4 of them.
We could keep all 4.
No fucking job. We'll be having the same conversation this time next season.
Hang on, Rich. Keeping all 4, Lee. Why could we keep all 4? Because from my point of view, the goals is the issue. They're the goal scorers. So how could we?
Well, he's going to keep He's going to keep Jackson. This looks like he's going to keep Jackson. Okay.
Your mate Norwood, who you kept banging on about, he's a 20-goal a season striker. He hasn't scored 20 goals since he's been here in 3 seasons. 11 is his highest.
But he's been. I know he's been injured, and he's missed it.
Excuses every time, Lee, from you.
Let him speak.
It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse.
Let him speak.
We've got one. We played one striker up front. One striker. You add all their goals up. Add all their goals up, and just add their goals up. And how many goals have they got between them? Add them all up.
22. I told you.
20. Well, that's a 22 goal season striker there, isn't there? It's not about the striker.
Oh, we're 11th. We're 11th then. All right, we're 11th.
It's not about
22 goals.
Yeah, and last year, you know, look what team we had last year and look where we finished. And look what team we've got this year. We've got better players. We've got better players. Have we got better players this year than we got last year?
We're still 2 points off, Lee. We're still 2 points off last.
No. Have we got better players than we had last year?
No, we haven't.
You want the whole lot out last year. You want the whole lot out. Everyone. They could all go.
Yeah, and we're still not good enough. We're still not good enough now.
No, but they're better players. They're better players.
But they're not, because we're 11.
At the end of the day, right, they haven't performed to their best ability. They're
not better players. They're not. They might be individually. We got some good players, but they're not better, because if they were, why are we still 2 points short of last season's total?
I'm looking good tonight, gentlemen. Just going to say that.
Yeah, but that's not just about you. That's not just about that, is it? It's about building the squad. Okay. I mean, I'll say Andre Gazelle. Andre Gazelle.
3 years.
Andre Gazelle against next to Sam Morsey. Andre Gazelle against next to Sam Morsey. What do we have?
Yeah, but Sam Morsey's 10 years. Sam Morsey's 10 years older than him.
Yeah, but together. I'm talking about how they complement each other. Backinson can't pass. You know, he's not consistent enough. That's a problem that we have in midfield there. We do.
You're not a big D fan, then?
I'm not defending all the players, but these players do not become bad players overnight. They do not become bad players overnight. If we started the season in December, and I know we didn't. We started the player in December. We'd be in the top.
Stop making excuses for them. It's a pathetic season. It's pathetic. We're 11th.
It is
with a 9 million wage bill. It's pathetic.
All right, let's get some comments. Let's get some comments. We've got George Nunn. Pigger's career says he won't do it again next year. He brought off the back of one good season in 10. He wasn't the coop. Some crunch this with you.
I said he get 24 goals and it hasn't worked out.
No. Neil Barley, if we don't even make the top 6, McKenna will be gone. This club cannot keep fucking up. All 4 strikers are not scoring. It's just Jules. No chance he keeps all 4. Jackson is the only one that has a chance of staying. Ashley Bell, we need a 20 goal plus a 5, 6, 7 goal backup, not 4, 5 goal a season players, which is a fair point. The George Vickers Town fan, always guaranteed a roller coaster of a ride. Dan Smith, you look at Murphy, his season where he was top goal scorer, it was a one-off, same as Piggott, and I wouldn't be sorry if I didn't see him in a Town shirt again. Lee, how many players, in all honesty, do you think we are, first team-wise, not the whole squad, this is not a conversation for that, this is first team-wise, off a top 6, to get title, top 6 winning side? I said 4. How many do you think we are?
I think we're imbalanced left and right, aren't we? I think that's all. It's clear to see. Clear to see that we judge, rightly or wrongly, we've judged our left wing back against Burns, and that he's had the best season for us. So, and I think really what makes Burns good and our right side is actually JD, because he's a right centre back that is overlapping and crossing balls in from the byline. And I've said this before. That doesn't happen. I can't think of a team anywhere in League One where one of the 3 centre backs is getting in and crossing the ball. Now, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know. So it's not just about the left wing back, is it? It's about the left-sided centre, the left-sided centre back. And under Cook, we were too cavalier, weren't we? We were chucking everybody forward in with. Leaving 2 centre backs exposed all the time. So that's difficult for me. So definitely the left side needs addressing based on what we've seen under McKenna. Evans hasn't played a lot under McKenna either. So you could argue that centre midfield role is still up for grabs, or an extra person in there, because you need that third person of Evans and Morsey, if you've got that luxury. And if we have that luxury, then we have a really good squad, don't we? Which is what I was trying to say before. And I think striker-wise, it's feeding them. It's feeding the strikers. They will score goals. So for me, maybe I think 2 of the strikers, you'll get rid of 2 of the strikers and maybe bring another one in, but you don't need 4. I think 4 is too many, especially when you're playing one up front, because only one can play and only one can score, which goes back to my point about adding the goals up. So that's difficult. I mean, Bond's had a purple patch first half of the season, and then he didn't have that the second half of the season for whatever reason. And you can talk about chances and such like. But I think to me, it's about the overall play and just we have to realise that, like other teams, it happens to other teams, but we've just got to be a bit quicker. We've just got to be a bit quicker going forward, and getting the ball forward to keep that space open. Selena frustrates me. I think we should keep him, but you've just got to sit him down. McKenna's got to look in his eyes and say, just get in his ear and say, when you cut in from that left, just drive that a little bit more. Sit him down when he was first at this club and show him the goals he scored. Sit him down and show him the goals that he scored when he was first here and say, that's what I want you to do. I want you to be a bit ruthless sometimes. I think he's trying too hard to please the team when he's got to be a little bit more ruthless and take the shots. And that's for me. So I'd keep Selena. And anybody, Mike, I know you're listening, that wants to get rid of Chaplin, just don't be silly. Do not be silly. He's going to end up on top goal scorer probably, or thereabouts. What a player he is.
He has flip-flopped in the comments tonight, Ando, and said keep Chaplin, I believe. earlier on.
Has he? Well, if he's changed his mind, that's fine because we all make mistakes. I mean, I've made them. We all make it, and we all come on this show, and we all put our head above the parapet and make our opinions. So that's we all have to live by that. We do.
You muted, Martin.
I know.
Yeah. So
I agree with Lee. I do agree with you, Lee. I think you only need 2 strikers because you'll have Jackson who'll probably start, and then if you had another 2, Chaplin for me can play up front anyway. So he's the one who you could play behind. You could play him on the right, but I'd be playing him as another forward because I think he'll score goals. He's got 11 this season. I think he could hit. If you played him up front, mine a full season, I think he'd get nearly 20 goals.
Perhaps that's the thing we missed this season, is not playing Chaplin up front. Perhaps it's a trick we missed.
Possibly so. We'll know probably more this time next year. But Lee, as always, a very pleasure listening to you talk about your football. We love you coming on the show. Do not let anybody tell you you're ever wrong. Believe in yourself, Ando. Believe in yourself. We love you. Look after yourself. As he was speaking there, though, Cox, he was talking about Selena, and you were disagreeing vehemently. Would you keep Selena?
No, Selena for me was brought in as our big game player to turn games like today, to get the goal, whether it be spectacular, scrappy, whatever. And he hasn't done that. I mean, I'm unsure whether he's too skillful for the physical League One, or whether he just hasn't done what he was brought in to do. And I've been flippant throughout the season when you and I started the shows off and called him big games Bursant, but no, he hasn't delivered that for me.
No, he hasn't. Look, he's by far and away, stat-wise, our best number 10.
Yes.
He fills every single
I'm not going to
stat.
take that away from him, yeah.
No, and he's a great player.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't know if I would keep him, though. I'm on that fence. I'm not going to come off that fence until I have to. Paul Mays, let's keep Selena big ways and guaranteed to win you a game if you get a free kick just outside the box. Mick McCarthy, let's not be too reactionary. We can't score goals. It's simple as that. McKenna hadn't had a proper transfer window, and the squad is certainly too big to handle. We have lots of injuries to key players. Cheers, Mick. Thanks for coming in. Neil, strikers are getting chances. They're just not taking them. Dan Smith, one thing I don't agree on is we have the younger players on the bench like games today, and we could have seen what promise we have to look forward to. Like, all being thoroughly depressed. That can go either way. Leighton Darren, we got worse when Selena came on, and that feeble free kick at the end was awful.
So come on, Rich. Selena, keep or go?
Look, I know he said, Coxie, that he wants to stay, but I think he'll see what's out there, or his agent will. And I think we should see what else is out there, what is available. They'll have their targets, McKenna and Ashton Martin, they're not stupid. He'll have his dashboard out. Selena, I would... Depends what money he's going to want. If you're playing 2 number 10s, I don't think it works. I think it was... I think it was Mike D said in the comments there a while back, but I don't know. He's probably going to win. He'll probably win the goal of the season, in the league, Martin. So he's got that in his locker, but we haven't seen enough of it, have we?
Absolutely.
But we haven't seen it. We can't just pin it all on him.
Martin, that's made my night. I know you're pissing me about, but brilliant. Right, joining us now, I think, is a member of East 17. Hello, Selena. Baby, if you've got to go away, or would you keep it?
Looks like
with,
ET.
With the basketball hoop in the background, yeah.
Is that ET there, Coxie?
No,
blocking the wind, mate. Blocking the wind.
It's 17, isn't it? Look, the old white. There you go. Look. The old white hoodie. It's E17.
Oh, fuck off.
Stay now.
Stay another day,
good,
Ben.
mate,
Stay another day.
Mick McCarthy's in our chat, Ben. We've made it as a platform. But what did you make of it? More importantly than Mick,
sums up our fucking season, didn't it?
It's me 5:30 in the afternoon.
Well, just through the Crewe. Like, these are the games we should be winning.
True. That is hard to disagree with that, to be fair.
We've seen it before. You've had Morecambe, Cheltenham, Cambridge, bloody Rotherham should have beaten them, but we can't. I think we're 2 strikers away from a good front line. Chaplin should be up top. Selena can just go. If you can't cut it in League One, you can't cut it anywhere. And Selena's just you just can't do it.
Lee Anderson, is Ben sitting in
That's
a basket?
in ET when they're cycling up, Coxie, and he's sitting in that basket. That is it.
He's got to take off any moment, isn't he?
Would you keep Selena, Ben?
No, I wouldn't.
He said
no. Would you keep Joe Pigott, Ben?
No.
See, James Reed's comment there. If we're not in the top 6 after 10 games, McKenna will be gone. No, he won't be gone, James.
No, he won't. He's here because we've sold him a project. So he's either going to see it out or he'll be gone by Christmas. If we're not top 6.
How are you feeling though? Because I see some chatter on social media in regards to fans feeling positive after last year's season with Paul Cook and how that worked out, and obviously feeling positive. How are you feeling as Ipswich Town fan this evening, Ben? Positive still? Is it do you feel you firm faith in the manager? What is it you feel?
I've got faith in the manager. It's just who he brings in the summer, because he could go out and buy fucking Cristiano Ronaldo. We still wouldn't agree.
But then to have that faith in that manager, I'd argue you'd have faith in he would bring the right acquisition to the football club.
Yeah, I do think he'll bring in the right player who'll look at stats. Like when we signed Wes Burns, you wouldn't have gone out and said he'll be one of our top goal scorers from bloody right wing back.
No, not many would have done that. Where are you, Cox, as a fan, as we round up the show? Are you because social media chatter I can see at the moment is after last year. Many fans last year were feeling very positive with Paul Cook in charge, with the clear out to come. We've had 1 win in 8, I think, Richard, at the start of the show. Still very positive, still feet on the ground. What are you?
Well, going back to last season, I mean, yes, I was positive, but I was positive because Marcus Evans had gone, and the 14 years of stagnation, and we had hope suddenly. So I didn't feel confident. I wasn't a Paul Cook fan, and I'm not doing the old Harry hindsight there. I mean, perhaps this is a sort of thing that our club was more broken than we thought, and it's going to take even more so. I mean, you can see the improvements off the pitch, but on the pitch, we are the same. The facts are we are 2 points away from what we had last season, and last season was a shit show disaster. So it needs. Does it need? Is it, as we said, it doesn't need McKenna to bring his own players in? Has he got a free? Get out of jail free card to the end of the season, because it mostly was Cook's team. No, but there's no hiding place for Kieran McKenna come the end of July, not beginning of August as we usually have.
Okay. All right. Well, I won't depress you by showing you the league table. Ipswich Town in 11th, 67. Yeah, 67.
Here's what it is.
It's a faint prayer to finish in 9th now. As depressing. The goal difference.
Yeah, that's a sobering thought. It's a prayer to finish in 9th.
Well, win next week, you could be on the same points as Portsmouth and Bolton, but it's the goal difference. We're 2 ahead of Bolton and 2 behind Portsmouth. Bolton ahead.
And they've got a game in hand. Portsmouth, haven't they?
Yes, they play midweek. They do.
Yeah.
Who do they play midweek? Is it Fleetwood?
No idea.
Don't know. I'll find out for you. Keep chatting.
I will. Stephen Perry, I'm positive because we know what we need. Just need to get them. Safety guy, too early to
Wigan.
kick.
They play Wigan at home.
Oh, okay. Who plays Fleetwood? If he doesn't do it with the players.
Play Sheffield Wednesday.
Come on, Fleetwood. Come on. Gillingham lost today. Lee Anderson, with our funding, we will have a better chance than most, but no guarantees. Right, we're back tomorrow, 1:30. Myself and the Mogul. Just put it apart further. We welcome your input as always. If you've enjoyed today's show, please support us on Ko-Fi. Hit the like button. He is a member of E17, Ben Moore. He is.
Can I just say, Gav, before we go, congratulations to my hometown club, Galston, who have won the Furlough Non-Premier League this afternoon. beating Grant Holt's Roxton to the title, if he's still playing for him. I'm not too sure.
Why did you not start with that? That's great news. Well done, Galston. Great work.
Should have gone to see that this afternoon, really.
And Mick, let's not forget the improvement McKenna has made, regardless of recent reactionary results.
And a sobering thought, boys. Forest Green Rovers promoted today, and they will be playing at Portman Road next season.
That's another ground for you, though, Rich. Another ground for you to take off, mate.
Yeah, get you
and the boys.
Bet you can't wait for the vegan burger.
We're on a journey, looking back on the things that we've taken for granted, but feels like we're learning to be better without what's been holding